Even though he's 45 points below the cutoff line going into the final race, we're still going to do it. We're still going to go in order. This championship case, Erik Jones, why he'll win the championship. So let's get into it. Honestly, let's just knock this sucker out. He's got to win at Darlington this year, but he's going to need some more wins. I'm not talking about in the future rounds if he advances. I'm talking about this week at the roval. The only way he advances in the playoffs is by winning the roval. That's the only way he advances. He is 16th in the points. There are a bunch of guys right there. There's no way he can point his way in unless everyone else crashes on lap 1, all those other guys, and he wins stage 1, stage 2, and finishes second. I think he can make it in off that if everyone crashes lap 1. But other than that, he needs a win, desperately. He's had some good runs this year. He's had some top 5 runs. He had a nice little streak going there. Then he won Darlington. And that was during the end of the regular season, so he started to heat up, get some momentum. Then Las Vegas happened. He had a mechanical problem. Then he had a really good run at Richmond. Then his car was illegal. And, yeah. So, up and down year for Jones. But he has won a race, and it wasn't a Daytona race like last year. People were giving him crap about that. But, hey, he's got to win at Darlington, which is a pretty tough track. So good for him. He's got to win. But let's say he does win the roval. He goes out there and he wins the Charlotte roval, adds 5 playoff points, and advances to the next round. So he has 10 playoff points now. And let's say Kurt Busch does get eliminated like he is right now. He's below the cutoff line. So that would put Erik Jones up a little bit in the standings when it comes to the playoff points because he would still have guys below him like Larson. Let's say Newman makes it. Let's say Byron makes it. Even if Bowman makes it, if any of those other guys makes it, Jones has more playoff points than those guys now. So let's say he can keep that little small advantage over him, maybe even advance a little bit more, spread the points gap out. I think he can make it to the round of 8 pretty good if he does win the roval and Kurt Busch gets eliminated. That would help a lot. As for the round of 8, he's going to be in a big hole, assuming he doesn't win in the round of 12, because he's going to need himself some wins to catch up on playoff points. And if he does not, then he's going to need a win in the round of 8. And because, you got guys like Kyle Busch with 45 points, Truex with 40 or so points, Logano, Harvick, Keselowski all around 30 points. So you're a little bit behind there. You're going to have to get some wins. You're going to have to get a win in the round of 8 to advance to the championship 4. Can he? He very well could. I think his best shot is Texas, personally. He's had some good runs at Texas in the past. He led some laps earlier in that race this year. I think he got top. I want to say he got top 5. I think he got top 5 in that race. But Texas is his best shot at it. As for Martinsville and Phoenix, obviously Joe Gibbs has run well there recently. With the winning with Kyle Busch recently. Gosh, I can't think of another example, but they've won there recently at least. But as for making it that far, let's say he does make it that far, he's going to need some speed compared to his teammates because his teammates have done great all year, and they've been pretty far ahead of him, obviously, by wins. Truex has 6, Kyle Busch has 4, Denny Hamlin has 4, and then Erik Jones just sitting at 1. And then if he wins the roval, that's 2, obviously, but he just needs more speed than his teammates, and that's going to be difficult, especially if 2 or 3 of them are in the championship 4, just because usually a team makes it to the championship 4 and they're the only one on their team. You'd expect the other teams to kind of be more invested in that team in the championship 4. So that would be more difficult for Jones, and I don't think that's to his advantage. But let's say there is something crazy that happens. Carl Edwards is leading and, he goes to block Joey Logano, and then bam, he crashes and he's done. So something like that, something like that could happen. A big incident could happen, take out multiple championship contenders, and Jones could be at the right place at the right time in Miami. He doesn't have to win the race. He just has to finish better than the other guys. Let's say he gets 7th and the next guy is 13th. He wins the championship. So a very unlikely and a very not convincing case, but it is possible for Erik Jones to win the championship. But he does have to win the roval first. That is the only way for him to advance. And then after that, he would have to win a race in the round of 8, assuming he advances out of the round of 12. And then as for the championship 4, he's going to have to pick up some speed. He's going to have to get himself some speed compared to his teammates if they make it to the championship 4. And if he's not having a good run, he's going to have to hope that someone else messes up and takes out some other guys, because that's the only way. But it's a small probability. It's the same for the rest of the guys I'm going to do in the future here. Byron, Newman, Boyer, whoever else is on this list. So very unlikely, but still fun to make the case. Just today's was the most awkward and will be the most awkward, considering Jones is not only below the playoff line, but he is in a must-win situation going to the final race. So that was fun, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave this video a like, which you will. And then obviously you need to subscribe, share this to other people, other NASCAR fans, so they can see this, so we can just keep on talking about NASCAR on here.